Yeah, and actually an interesting dynamic happens between you and your previous work. And it happens as soon as you put out your second record. Everything you do is a standing ovation on your first record if you're having that breakthrough record. And then you put out your second body of work, and then you realize that everything you're putting out now is being compared to what they liked about your first record. Then you put out the third one, and then it's compared to the first two. Then you put out the fourth one, then it's compared to the first three, and it goes on and on and on. By the time you're at album 7, you have such a strange, convoluted relationship with your previous work because you're like, damn it, All Too Well was a good song. And I knew with this album, it was like something that was almost a return to form. Like Reputation was such an important record for me because I couldn't stop writing. And I needed to write that album, and I needed to put out that album, and I needed to not explain that album. Because another thing about that album was I knew if I did an interview about it, none of it would be about music. And this entire like lover phase of my life, there's been no distraction from the music. Collaborators who, Jack is amazing. Like when I bring in a song that I've written 100%, some producers will not, like nowadays, some producers will not produce something that they didn't have a co-write on. We really haven't figured out a way to compensate the creators. And that's something that I'm always going to be very vocal about until I feel like it's fixed. I definitely want to, when I write a song 100%, I want credit for that. And I think that's fair. But I also, when people have these policies where they're like, we won't do this without this, I understand why. But I love right now, out there, we have amazing creators like Halsey. Like Halsey's an amazing writer, and she speaks up for what she cares about, and she's very vocal about things. And we have these very fierce women out there.
It's amazing time.
It's so good. The only thing I really read every day is political news. Oddly, there are actual inflections of how I feel politically on this record, more so than ever before. Like, you need to calm down is
The Man.
Yeah, The Man. There's a song called Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince.
See, I didn't pick it up on that one.
It's definitely all about politics. I think after a while, you just realize that it's part of the job. There's a lot of things that I tell myself when I'm kind of panicking. And one of the things that I tell myself is like, this is part of it. This is normal.